Welcome to Friday Night Ghost Frights. This is Haunted Road Media, and I'm your host, author and ghostorian Mike Ricksecker. Some may not believe the things I'm about to describe, but I assure you that everything I'm about to tell you is absolutely true. It is up to you, dear viewer, as to whether you believe me or not. In the past, I've talked at length about my initial research for the book, Ghosts of Maryland, and that when I first accepted that contract offer to write that book, that very night, I'd had a dream that in doing my research, I came upon a great mansion, and I entered the entrance hall of that mansion, where there was many chairs that lined the walls. I sat down in one of them, but when I tried to get out of the chair, I couldn't. I was being pressed down into it, couldn't move at all. Eventually, after trying to wrest free, I was let go, and I exited the house. One of the first places I researched was Montpelier Mansion in Laurel, Maryland, that actually had that entrance hall with those chairs. But that's not the tale I'm going to reveal to you tonight. That's just an example of one of my haunted dreams. A few years later, we had driven up to a great historic Victorian mansion. Walked inside, there was a sweeping staircase in the front hall. I walked up. I looked over the railing, and I could see the spirits of the deceased that had once lived in that house from long ago. I ventured down the second floor hallway, and there was a back staircase, smaller, that I walked down, and I found myself in the kitchen. There, standing in the middle of the kitchen, was one of the investigators from the group that would later form Society of the Haunted. I talked with him a little bit about what I had just seen, about the apparitions that I had spotted over the railing. And then I ended up walking through the back door to a couple of yapping dogs that were in the backyard. But that was just the dream. About a year later, as part of a paranormal investigation, we pulled up to that house from my dreams. I did ascend that same very staircase from that dream that I'd had, and looked over the very same railing. And although I didn't actually see with my awake self those apparitions from my dreams, I did actually get that feeling that those spirits from long ago were actually with us at that time. I did walk down that second floor hallway, and I did descend that small staircase into the kitchen below. And that person who was in my dream that was standing in the kitchen, sure enough, was there in real life, standing in the middle of the kitchen. Although I didn't go outside through the back door, there were dogs yapping away back there. The actual paranormal activity that we captured that night was very mild, nothing significant. But the paranormal activity that truly happened with that house had already happened a year earlier in my dreams. Thank you for watching Friday Night Ghost Frights. Please let me know what you think of this episode in the comments below. And if you have not yet, please subscribe. I'm Mike Ricksecker. Until next Friday night.